Hey, hello everyone. So this is a great website that you can go to for retro stuff, whether that be retro video games, retro computers, or retro electronics from back in the 1980s. So they have all types of articles about all types of stuff. They got articles about computers, and this is where I downloaded Micro M the Micro M8 Apple II emulator. They developed that program in this website, but they have a lot of other cool stuff in here about history. I guess the history of all kinds of stuff from back in the 1980s, computers, electronics, everything basically, and people who were involved in the computer industry like Jack Tramiel and stuff like that. Here's an article about rabbit arcade rats. A lot of stuff from back in the 1980s. I found it pretty interesting. What about computers? Well, they have their, I think this is a print version of their magazine or something. This is a free issue from October 2018, issue 4. You could view it on archive.org. It's pretty nice. It's a modern magazine, but it's got a retro theme to it, which is very cool. Back in the day when we used programs like Apple Print Shop, we used our dot matrix printers to print cards and stuff, um, signs like this. Because the paper that we used back in the 1980s was kind of like the paper was like linked together, so you could print stuff like long banners like that. It looks like a 1980s magazine. I mean, the style of it and everything. Yeah, this is Apple Print Shop. I remember using that. I don't think it's Apple, it's just Print Shop. That's one of the programs that I had for my Apple IIc. A lot of neat stuff in here. Dot matrix printers. They still use dot matrix printers in businesses to print receipts and stuff. I still have a dot matrix printer. Mine is a Citizen GSX 140 or something. I just revived it from storage, and I hooked it up to one of my computers, using it to print stuff. A lot of retro stuff. Emulation station. Hmm. That's the type of paper we had back in the 1980s for dot matrix printers. Today we don't have paper like that for laser printers or anything, or inkjet printers. It's a modem. Okay, that's pretty interesting. They have all different types of software. They had that Apple II emulator. They got Disk M8. I think this is for people who want to explore the programming aspect of the Apple II computer. They have all these other stuff too. Like this is for, I guess you could download this in the Google Play Store. Mac games. Okay, interesting. You could play Mac games on your. Well, it says features an original soundtrack, retro 1990 style graphics, randomly generated levels. Okay, kind of like a retro game. You're actually hiring people who would write for them. Wow. Consumer electronics we have. CD disc. This was something that was around in 1980. It's called a, I don't know, it was some kind of an optical video disc. It was a pretty large, like CD. It was as large as a record or something, LP record. It looks small here, but it's many times bigger than this compact disc for a DVD. It never really became popular, but the quality was amazing in terms of image quality. It was much better than VHS or Beta. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff here. So if you're interested, you can go to this website and view modern retro magazines. It's kind of like a blast from the past. This is talking about modern reproductions of vintage video game systems like the Retron, which can emulate the Nintendo Entertainment System. They have one for the Super Nintendo and various other console video games. They have one for the Atari 2600 as well. So if you want to play the original cartridges from back in the 1980s, for whether that be Atari 2600, a Nintendo Entertainment System, a Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, you can do that by buying a Retron gaming system. They sell these on Amazon, I think. They sell Retrons here. But you need the original cartridge to play it. This is one for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So this would give you more of a original feel of playing these retro video games on clone retro consoles, video game consoles. So this site is pretty interesting. So if you're interested, you can I'll leave this in the video descriptions below, and you could go to this website, check out their stuff. I thought it'd be interesting to share with you, and if you have any comments, you could leave them in the video's description below. And thanks.